Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. Today, as you guys can see, I am going to be bringing you a standard Ubers match against a person by the name of Shadow Shrub. Now, before we get started into everything here, my announcement for today, for day 4 of the week of uploads, because I'm sticking with that name for some odd reason, is just to give you an update on the tournaments that I'm in. So, with Herpy Derpy's Mono type tournament, I did win round 2, so I am advancing to round 3. As well as I'm in a new tournament, which is by Professor Croak. Go check him out. Excellent battler and uploader. He is running a Harry Potter tournament. And I decided to join the Gryffindor house, which basically you choose a house and then you get different types associated with the house, and you have to use those types as part of your Pokemon. So, like, I have fire, so I'm using, just fire-type Pokemon. And the whole idea is it's just an all-out house war, and it's actually pretty funny. But I did win round 1 in that too, so I don't necessarily advance, but I want a point for my team. But I am basically Harry Potter. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the most I can say. I'm Mustafa, but I'm also Harry Potter. That's enough. You can't argue that. Anyways, looking at this team, he's running a very heavy team. I mean, he's got the Kyogre, he's got the Arceus Steel, and he's got the Dialga, and then he's got oh god, he actually has 3 dragons as sweepers. Oh, interesting. Okay, I just saw that. But if you guys are looking at my team, you guys have seen this team, I believe, before, and it kind of stands up against it. It's gonna be, actually, as the name suggests, it's gonna be a Steel Showdown, because the Steel types are actually going to become extremely important. He has 2 and I have 1, but they actually are very pivotal to what type of strategies we go with here, because as you can see, I don't have a lot to take out something like a Giratina O or a Kyogre especially, so I have to play it smart. So thinking about who to lead with, I just decided on Skarmory because I need those rocks up to particularly cripple the Rayquaza, so it can't switch in too much. Also to make sure that I can check on sets to see who has leftovers and who's choiced, or maybe who has a different type of item, for example, Lumberry or Sash or anything like that. So I do need to check on this stuff. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to go with Skarmory, and now let's head off to the battle. So before I start this battle, I have to say, I don't know if it's just me or if it's actually true. I just feel really rusty narrating. I'm not sure if it's affecting you guys at all. So this is apologetic ProPokeNoob coming out and saying, I'm sorry. I don't think it's a big deal. I guess it's been a week, and now that I'm doing a full week again, it's like I'm exhausted, or it could be the fact that every upload is being recorded at 3 a.m., or, well, most of them. But, I don't know. I just feel really rusty, so I'll try my best to do even better than the best that I can possibly give you. If that makes any sense, kind of like the 120% theory. But anyways, let's start this match. I actually have something very important to talk to you about after this match, so let's get going. He's going to lead off with Dialga. I'm going to lead off with Skarmory. Now, at this point, it's all about just seeing what's going to happen. So he's going to lay up his rocks, and I'm going to lay up my rocks. This part's going to be pretty quick. He's going to go for the Roars. I actually went for the Whirlwind, so he does win it because he's faster. But now I'm just going to go for Protect to see what else this Dialga has, and it does turn out to have the Thunder Wave. So that's extremely important to know because I don't want Darkrai to get Thunder Waved, as my Wigglytuff does. That's not a big deal because I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave myself and get the Paralysis on it, but it has the Lumberry, so that kind of sucks, because now what I have to do is get another Thunder Wave off on it. So I go for the Protect to check what attack it actually has, and it has the Dragon Pulse. So this thing is basically Stealth Rocks, Roar, Dragon Pulse, and T-Wave. So that's good to know in case I need to Walt later, especially with Skarmory. Get Paralyzed is one thing, but resisting the Dragon Pulse is another. But nonetheless, I get the second Paralysis on the Dialga, and I'm going to switch into Tentacruel now to take the Dragon Pulse very well, actually. But he's going to switch out, and he's going to go into Kyogre, which is not good, because I'm just going to set up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes now, which is, well, that is good. But what I don't want is this Kyogre in general, because it's extremely threatening. So what I'm going to have to do is send in Wigglytuff, this beast of a Pokemon, and let it die to a Thunder. Kinda sucks, but, that's what I have to do. Now, I send in Skyman. Now, this is a physical Skyman. So what I do is I go for the Life Orb boosted Seed Bomb, and I get extremely close to killing that thing. But no, he's going to finish me off with an Ice Beam. And if you guys could tell by the amount of HP it was left with, if I got Stealth Rock, if Stealth Rocks could have did just a little bit more, oh well. I'm going to send in Darkrai. Now, I know what he was doing. He switched in Dialga to block the Dark Void. But I'm just going to go for the Scarfed Dark Pulse, right? So, I'm going to have to switch out either way, because either way he walled me, and I'm going to have to switch into Ghost Arceus, but he is going to go for the Thunder Wave, which is actually okay, because I didn't want it on Darkrai. Arceus Ghost can deal with it. So I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, as he actually is going to go for the Dragon Pulse. It does nothing, but at this point, I go for the Recover, and then he actually just roars me out, which is fine. He's going to roar me into Tentacruel, which is not a big deal, because I believe I am going to go for... I forget. He switches into Oh, that's right. He switches into Kyogre to be Death Fodder. I went for the Confuse Ray. So, not too big of a deal, actually, because, you know, it's not like I went for Rapid Spin or anything like that, so he doesn't know that I have it. But he is going to send in Garchomp, which I'm guessing is Scarf just based on the amount of damage that it's going to do. But I switch in Skarmory because it's the best counter, and he actually goes for the EQ, which is perfect, because now I know he has to switch out. I don't see leftovers, so I'm going to predict the switch and go for Whirlwind as he sends out Rayquaza, which is fantastic, because now it's going to take a lot of Stealth Rock damage for no reason, and now I'm going to force him out into Giratina. Oh! So now I'm just going to check on this thing as he actually goes for, I'm guessing, the HP Fire, but he gets a crit, so I can't really tell. So I'm just going to Whirlwind him, and I actually bring out Rayquaza again, and for some reason it healed up. I just noticed that. He goes for Overheat, though, and he misses, which is fantastic. I'm just going to Whirlwind yet again, because I guess I wasn't satisfied. No, I know why, because I didn't want the thing staying in. But now I force out Garchomp, which is going to have to take extra poison damage. He's going to switch again, though. He's going to go to Dialga, and I should have predicted that, but I just went for the Brave Bird, thinking that he was tired of switching. But I guess you can never be tired of switching. It's like, I don't know, eating. You can never be tired of it? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to have to switch out of here and go into Ghost Arceus, knowing that he's going to go for the T-Wave, which he actually gets through and uses it, but again, Arceus is already paralyzed. Now, I go for the attack, but I get Para-Haxed, and now I go into Darkrai, which is even worse, because I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, and I get so close to killing him, but he gets the Thunder Wave off on Darkrai, and if all you battlers know, what does a scarfed, paralyzed Pokemon mean? Death Fodder. So I kill off the Dialga with the Darkrai, but now Garchomp can just take out Darkrai, but he goes for Stone Edge instead, and I'm like, okay, well, let me try and hit you. No, I get Para-Hax, because, you know, it has to be like my NU team yesterday turned against me and screwing me royally. But nonetheless, he's going to go for the Stone Edge, take out my Darkrai. But that's okay, he was Scarfed and Paralyzed, who cares? I'm going to go into Skarmory, though, to take them, as he actually switches out and goes into his Arceus Steel. Now, I went for Brave Bird just to finish him off, or get his Garchomp low enough so it would die to poison. But, you know, this was a good move on his part, too. But I'm really afraid of it, because it does have the Ice Beam, and it is Steel type again. But what I'm going to do is just get out the Taunt off on it, so that it can't set up, as I actually just decide to switch out and go into Tentacruel to take either the Steel or the Ice Beam. So he does go for the Ice Beam, which doesn't freeze me, thank God. But, at this point, I'm going to actually just try and burn him. But he gets a crit Judgment, which actually matters a little bit, because I need as much health as I can possibly keep against an Arceus. But I don't get the burn, that's another reason why. So he goes for Judgment, and at this point, I'm just going to go for the Confuse Ray, because I know Confusion is going to be automatic 100%. So, but his taunt does end, so this is when it becomes a little bit of a gray area. But it doesn't matter, because he switches out and goes into his Giratina O. As I go for another Scald, I don't get the burn, though. Which is, it sucks. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go for Confuse Ray. Confuse this guy. And look at that, he actually ends up hitting himself in Confusion. Now, I'm not a fan of burning and confusing the people, because when you burn them, they lose firepower when they hit themselves. But in this case, I don't mind, because Giratina O is a threat. So, he's going to hit himself in Confusion with a Bird Self. So, not as much damage, but because I am in the rain, my Scalds are going to be doing a fair amount of damage, as you guys can see, for a defensive Tentacruel anyways. But he is going to hit himself to finish himself off, which is absolutely fantastic. I don't want a Giratina O being here. So right now, he has lost his Garchomp and his Giratina, which means that I have to worry mainly about his Rayquaza. He hasn't lost his Garchomp yet. What am I saying? Wow, but his Garchomp just took out my Tentacruel. That's right, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to send in Ghost Arceus. And what's going to end up happening is I see his health is not going to end after 2 Outrages. So I'm going to try and recover stall him. Do I break through? Yes. Okay, that's the first one. Now, he's not going to die to his poison because of the Garchomp, and it's annoying. And he's going to go for the Outrage, and now I have to get the recover off. And do I actually get it off? Yes, I do, because you see how long this video is. So, I do recover stall him, thank goodness, through the paralysis. But now it's going to be a battle of the Arceus, and this is when I'm going to speed it up. Because at this point, it's going to be a massive set of war. It all comes down to mind games. So I go for the Earth Powers, he recovers up. He goes for the Judgment as I try to heal, but I get Parahacked, which blows. Because now he gets Judgment, and I have to use Recover. I wanted to at least fire off another Earth Power to bring him low enough. But now I'm going to be behind on the Calm Mind Wars because I need to be at full health. Okay, since I'm paralyzed. But now he's going to get up to +2 as I'm luckily going to get up to +1. But now at this point I'm a little concerned because his Judgment is still doing over half. And now that I set up the +2, thank goodness, I know I can live 2 more. So what I'm going to do is on this one I should have recovered, but instead I go for the Earth Power thinking I could take him out. But no, because we're at the same level of boosting. And his Judgment is going to take me out. And now my last Pokemon, which is Skarmory, is going to stand no chance against his Ice Beam. So that was an excellent match, Shadow Shrub. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Now, there's something that I need to quickly talk to you about because I'm seeing I'm running out of time here. Tomorrow is going to be an extremely important day. Not only to finish off upload week, or the week of uploads, there we go. But it's also going to have a very important announcement. Now, it's not another administrative thing. It's actually a fun announcement that will apply to you and to your friends and to everyone else that you want to be involved in it. And I'm obviously not going to reveal what I'm talking about, but what I'm going to ask, this is your homework, by the way. I'm giving you homework. You can't stop me. I'm going to ask if you guys can to get at least one friend to watch tomorrow's upload. They just have to watch tomorrow. They don't have to like me. They don't have to subscribe. They don't have to like. They don't have to send a comment unless they want to get involved in the event that I'm going to be announcing. So, this also hints to you guys that you should be watching it as well because I think you'll all like it. I'm hoping anyways you'll all like it. Wow, I never realized my volume levels spike when I talk, but it doesn't get loud on the volume. Okay. Going back on topic, I'm going to highly suggest that you guys watch tomorrow's upload. Because you know what? We've had a fun week, I think, anyways. And, bring you an equally awesome match. But that's all I'm going to say, as well as, I'm hoping doing better at this. I don't know. What else was I going to say? Why am I talking to myself? I don't know. My sister says hi, by the way. My sister's in the back, and she just told me she wants to be involved in my videos. So, hi from my sister, and I guess that'll be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have an excellent day, and I will see you tomorrow with the awesome announcement. Until then, peace.